So this is my third UU battle, and I'm using the same team, like always. My opponent is, again, from Cerebi, since there's no one else to fight. I start off with Ambipom, like I always do, and he goes into an Arcanine. That's a little, Arcanine leads aren't all that too common, from my experience. He switches into Donphan, expecting me to go for a Fake Out, probably. But I expected him to go for a Will-O-Wisp, so I taunted. Right now I'm just going to U-turn out into my Hitmontop to get the Intimidate, because Donphan can't set up Stealth Rocks. He goes for a Seed Bomb, probably expecting me to switch into a bulky Water type, but alas, I didn't. He switches into Arcanine again to be off the Intimidate, and I go for the Sucker Punch? Wait, what? Why did I go for the Sucker Punch? I really don't know why I went for the Sucker Punch. Close combat would have been sufficient. So I switch into Lantern expecting a Fire attack, but finally Arcanine goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm like, ugh! So expecting him to switch, I go for the T-Wave. But he switches into Spiritomb. Well, that didn't help too much because Spiritomb is already slow enough. I switch out into my own Spiritomb. I don't know what to expect, really. He gets Parahacks. I go for the Pursuit. Maybe I should have just gone for the Trick. Probably, since he just went for the Toxic. And yeah, I'm kind of screwed a little bit at this point, since Spiritomb shouldn't be Toxic. I'm still going for the Pursuit, expecting to switch out at any point, but no. I finally go into Swell after 2 status moves. So expecting him to switch, I go back into my Hitmontop. Sure enough, he did, but he goes into Electrode. I'm like, okay, I can just go for a close combat and finish this thing. But he goes for a Thunderbolt. I'm thinking, okay, I can survive Thunderbolt, but he gets some Parahacks. And I get Parahacks in that same turn. What the freak? So he switches on to Arcanine, get off the Intimidate once again. And I go, why am I going for the Sucker Punch again? Why? Wow, I'm like not battling properly in this battle. Battle properly in this battle. Toasters make toast. Anyway, I switched to the Spiritomb for the extreme speed probably, but he just goes for the Fire Blast. Why? Oh my god! Of all the times to go for a Sucker Punch, why didn't I use Sucker Punch now? Or even Shadow Sneak. What was I? Oh my gosh. This is horrible. So I go into Rotom. I substitute it, and he tries going for the Toxic, and it actually works. So I go for the Shadow Ball. It's not a 2-hit KO, but I get the SAS defense drop for once. He goes for Fire Blast. And I really see no reason at this point to go for a Thunderbolt. So I go for another Shadow Ball. And I finish it off, finally. Oh my gosh, that was annoying. I can't. Oh my gosh. He goes into Spiritomb, and I'm thinking, I can just switch out. And, to my... Oh, look at this. It's a resting Spiritomb. It's my own fault for creating a trick Spiritomb because I don't expect resting Spiritombs. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's a Chestoberry Spiritomb. Wait, what? What? It went for the Thief? Whoa! Oh my, what? What is this? I don't even... Oh my gosh. This is so super original. That was like blowing my mind right there. And I go over the Foresight and I finally used a close combat. Like, finally! What am I doing in this battle? I swear. So he goes for the Earthquake, and I have a special defense drop, and of course I get killed. So I go into my Ambipom. For some reason, I feel like I didn't want to use a Fake Out, and I just go for a U-turn. What? Anyway, I kill off the Donphan, and he goes into Electrode. I'm expecting him to use something, but he actually predicted me. I went to Lantern, but he goes for an HP Grass. Because I'm burned, this is obviously going to turn into a 2-hit KO. Well, actually, is it? No, it's a 3-hit KO, but, that burn isn't helping much. I got the Paralyze because what else would you do to Electrode? He then goes into Blastoise, probably expecting me to go for a Surf, and he's right. There's really nothing else my Lantern can do, because I'm going to die this next turn because of Burn. Because Blastoise outspeeds my Lantern, he just finishes me off with a Surf. So, I go into my Ambipom, and I go for the Fake Out. Finally. I go for the Low Kick because I can't do... There's nothing else to do. Really, I should have just switched into my Rotom. But no, he goes for a Surf and he gets a crit. Does it really matter that it mattered? Think about it. So I go into my Rotom and I go for a Thunderbolt. And he goes into Spiritomb. Yeah, he switches into my Thunderbolt. And I'm thinking, oh no, he's gonna... He predicted I was gonna sub, so he went for the Thief. And now he's gonna go for the Shadow Sneak. Even though he probably could have done it the first time, it would have killed me anyway. So yeah, I'm getting kind of screwed here. So I go into my Slow, I'm like, frick this, I'm just gonna Brave Bird. And yes, I do Brave Bird, and I kill off that Spiritomb. Man, that Spiritomb was complete. I'm still mind boggled by. Oh my gosh, Thief! Wow, that's like using Snatch. So it goes into Electrode, and I go for the Facade, and like most Electrodes that aren't Rain Dance setupers, it has a Focus Sash, but he gets Para Hacks, which is nice for once. So then he goes into Blastoise, and yeah, sadly I don't finish off. I don't finish it off with Facade, and he goes. He go. A counter, really? Man, this team was so out there, man. I can't. Man, I'm like frazzled right now. That was such a weird battle. Oh, and he has a Scyther too, apparently. So yeah, just... Sorry, I was so weird. Oh my gosh. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, rank, comment, and all that goodness right there.